must confess, I've been in touch with our instructor, and of course, the feedback has been of mixed feelings, and which we need to step up our game so that our instructor can be well convinced that the participants are actually flowing. We don't want to give an impression that, oh, well, let's tell you, I'm busy at the moment. I'll catch up with recording. I mean, like I told her, recording and live sessions, they're actually not the same thing, exactly the same. So we need to quite understand that. So, quick one. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay, just confirm once you can see my screen. Okay, good. I hope you can. Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Afsar. Very soon we'll appoint. We're going to appoint. What do we call it now? What can we call this? What do they call this now? Is it ambassadors, or what do we call them? We're going to appoint ambassadors very, very soon. So looking at my screen, I know some of it I've been very overwhelmed, but looking at my screen. So we have this wonderful resource.
You cannot see your screen.
Please, can somebody confirm if they can see my screen? My screen is visible.
I can see your screen, sir.
I can see your
Thanks a
screen.
lot.
I can see your screen.
You can see this.
Thanks a lot, Deborah. So yeah, I know many of us went through the challenges of trying to get to install the software. Basically, there are two softwares you need. For you to be able to work with this tool. There are two software that you need. And those two softwares are R and R Studio. Those are the two major softwares that you actually need. So, be that as it may, these two softwares are R and R Studio. R and R Studio. If you're able to download the R without the R Studio, you'll find it quite difficult if you download R alone without R Studio. So let me show you what the R itself looks like. Okay, what R itself looks like as a tool. So R on its own, let me just try if I can locate my own R. For those of us using Windows, what do we call it now? Windows 11, you can see it's becoming so difficult to locate your apps this day is becoming so difficult. Okay, so let me look for all apps. All apps. So I'm trying to locate R. Good. This is R here. Can we say this is R here on this? If you install R only, I think we are using R version 4.4.1. So this is the R console. I'm sure you would agree with me that this is not interactive enough. True or false?
True.
Is that so? That was why we needed to install R Studio. So for R Studio, I think I have my, okay, this is R on its own, is it about 83 megabytes? And this is R Studio itself. So I think my own R Studio has some issues, so I uninstalled it about a few minutes ago. So I can just go ahead and reinstall it right away. Okay, straightforward. Next, install. You can see it's unpacking and install. So that's the first. If you don't have R Studio, I saw that many people have just R without the R Studio. It's boring. I mean, having the R alone without it, can you imagine? Just imagine, look how boring this is. You can just imagine. So everything you run, you need another interface to go and see output and stuff like that. And that's why they have gone ahead to give us what an RStudio actually looks like. So I'm sure we are good to go. So just like I told us, the RStudio makes it a lot easier for us to work with. Now, this is the link to download for Windows users, and this is the link for Mac users. R operates both on Windows, Linux, and Mac. So whichever the PC you are using, you can actually play with R across the two PCs, and you'll be very, 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 very fine. Okay, so let's see if we are done. It's still installing. Oh, I saw something right away. Okay, still installing. It won't take so long a time to get that done. So you can see what the interface looks like. This is what the interface looks like. Of how it looks like. You can see this is the source where you type in your scripts. This is the console. This is the console. And this is the environment where you can see your history of your working space. And this is where you have access to your files, plots, packages, and packages installed on your app. Let's see if this is done installing. I think it's almost done. I think we should be done in another few minutes. No, few seconds. It should be up to minutes. It's just 1 or 2 seconds. Oh, awesome. It's even done. It's done. So I can finish now. So now if I go to my start menu now, I should have click on all apps. I should have my RStudio installed now. Good. You can see my RStudio now. It's available now. That's the beauty of it. Okay. I can go ahead and install. I can go ahead and launch my RStudio. So I'm waiting for my app to launch properly. Because that's the first thing that you should be comfortable with. Before you can say, oh, I'm doing anything, the first thing you should be comfortable with your app loading. I hope my system is not hanging because my RStudio refused to launch. Why did I uninstall my app now?
We can no longer see your screen, sir.
Oh, sorry about that. Thanks a lot for that feedback. Aha. My app is still loading. It's taking a while for my app to come up. I don't know why my app just decided to be there. Oh, finally. What is downloading behind the screen? Update available. So for many of us, if you get this, what do? You get an update, remind later, ignore update. What do you do? For many of us, what do you do at this point? You get this kind of update, this kind of notification telling you there are some updates available. For me,
Sorry, Mr. Med. Your screen is just blank. Here.
Blank.
Just white.
Just blank. We're just seeing white background.
we will not see
Blank.
so that's serious. Okay, please give me a confirmation if you can see my screen now.
Yes, we can see it now, sir.
Yes, we can.
Yes, you can.
So now this is it now.
It's displayed now.
So you can see now, if I've got this now, easily I can, oh, what do? Do I quit and download, remind later, or ignore updates?
Quit and download.
Quit, and that's the first thing, because our systems differ and updates also come up as much as possible. For me, I'm going to quit and download. So it's taking me off completely, off the platform completely. Ah, so this guy wants, is this guy telling me that I have, is the implication I have an old version of R installed? I mean, old version of R Studio, or what's the problem? So there was an update that came out 23rd of September. 23rd of September. So okay, let me go ahead. Let me download this. Okay, so I'm going to save this. It's my download folder. I'm going ahead, I'm saving this. Yes, I'm going to save this. So I'm saving that. So, this is not serious. It's okay. So it's fine. So while my R is downloading, so like I was explaining to us, these are the 4 compartments or the 4 views that you have. You've got the source where you have your script running. You have the console. You have the environment on the top right, and you have the 4th, which is files, plots, packages, and help. So these are basic things that you need to. This is, remember yesterday when some of you were trying to run your code on the console, where you said, no, don't run your code on the source code. It's where you run your code here. So that you can always go over it again and again. Than running on the source code where I just. So I'm sure we all went through this basic stuff. So and now I go, and to come back after installing again, it's asking that I needed to have installed a much an updated one, which is normal. This is normal for software. Don't get discouraged. So now I have a guest in the house. Somebody have just upgraded our profile. One of us just got our profile upgraded. Do you know what it means to get your profile upgraded? Who can take a guess? One of us just got our profile upgraded right away.
We move from student to teacher.
Oh my God! You got it right. You got it right.
Wow.
Yes. So quick, right? So quick. That's the thing. So quick. We have attended sessions like this where somebody was, oh, well, I like this. I like the way this participant is teaching. Can you give an offer to come and come and demonstrate what she can do? So I'm going to give the floor for Afsat Suleiman Jallo. So Afsat Suleiman Jallo, you've got the floor. Let me stop my own screen sharing. Afsat, give her a round of applause. Thanks a lot, Sarah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Pamela. Thanks a lot, Joshua. Thanks a lot, Hassan. Thanks a lot, Joshua. Oh, thanks a lot. Oh, even Afsat is so happy. Thanks a lot, Rhodes. Yeah. Good, beautiful.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so thank you. Let me try to share my screen now. Sorry, please. I'm trying to join with my laptop.
No problem. It's fine. Ramatullah, you raised your hand a while ago. And Thomas.
Yes, I was just trying to also congratulate her.
That's great.
Let me use this opportunity to thank Mr. Ahmed for all he's doing. I want to really appreciate you, sir. A very good man, and God bless you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Ahmed, for giving me this opportunity.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'll just I think I'll just share the little I'm able to. I'm not perfect. We're all learning here. This is my first time in R, but it's quite interesting. So, like Mr. Ahmed was saying, that after you've downloaded your R, both the R and the R Studio, you have an interface like this. Sorry, I'm not sure you. Okay, so you have an interface like this, where we have three different panes. We have, yes, the file pane, the environment pane, the files panes, and then the console pane. I'm sure this is just a recap for us. Most of us must have attended the class yesterday and the day before yesterday. Mr. Ahmed, I hope I'm on track. Oh.
Yeah. You're doing well. You're doing well.
Okay. So
Assume that I'm not here. Assume that I'm not here. Just you can fumble. There's no. Just assume that I'm not here.
okay. All right. So these panes, these 4 panes is just like a communication interface for us, where we'll be seeing like the activities that we've been doing. For the console, you can see most of the time we'll find the output of what we have inputted. That means the codes that we've used in the file sections, we see after running the codes using the either the control enter, right, to run, or you can select all the codes that you've written and then you run it using this button here. Okay, and then you can create a new file using the file section on the taskbar, then your new file, and then you select a new R Script Studio where you'll be writing your codes and then getting your output at the console. I would say that the environment is actually a statistical computing environment where, as we were told by Mr. Mecca yesterday, that it is popular among statisticians and data scientists, including researchers, and it enables powerful capabilities in handling complex data sets. That is when we come to where we'll be uploading more data sets. And then we can actually do a lot of things, so many functions like the data manipulations, the statistical analysis. We can actually visualize. We can even import and export. You can, from here, from the file section here, you will see where you can actually import data from your system. If you already have a data set that perhaps already that you want to upload, or you can actually go to the console and type data set like this. And sorry.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You're
And
meant
then
to type data, just data, not data set.
This is the available data sets that are available here on the RStudio that you can actually use. So it's either you import from your system, or you can use the one available in the data in the R applications. So you can actually do a lot of things like numerical conversion, the character conversions, just like we did in some of the examples that he gave that we practiced yesterday. But alongside, I found another way to get some of this to challenge myself. Actually, I was able to use ChatGPT to generate some questions for me. I think this is another way for us to have more questions that we can use to practice along the line. Okay, so I'm sure most of us must have installed the packages that he told us to install yesterday, so that it will make work seamless for us as we continue. So Mr. Ahmed, I hope I am still on track. I think
Sure.
most of the recap that we have, that I have to see right now, unless if we have anything that we want to know about more. But this is the little that I know, but I'm sure probably some of us must have something to say too. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, okay, good. So that was that. I mean, she has demonstrated that she has been following along with the class as much as possible, which is the most important thing about this kind of learning. So I also saw some few people who I really got excited about their commitment. So I've got two of them. I mean, they've done fantastically well. Don't mind, they might want to hide their profile. It's normal. You know, people will know, oh, I'm doing well, but people will not want you to actually get that impression. So I want Yaya Ganiya to share a screen, and David Roots should also be getting ready. Thanks a lot, Afsal.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this question.
You're welcome. Okay, so Ganiya, are you ready?
Yes, I'm with you, sir. Great.
So you can go ahead and share your screen. You can pick up on where she stopped, also touch on what she has not talked about. So we really need this as much as possible. Some of us do feel are not confident. We are actually confident. But some are better teachers, even some of us. Thanks a lot.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, so I would like to chip in a few things because, like Hafsa have already said, like she has explained a lot of things. So basically, let me take us through setting up our environment properly, like Mr. Ezekiel taught us. So after downloading your RStudio, and you must have opened the RStudio, after launching, then you can actually come to tools to set up your environment. Probably you want to change your team or other things that you might feel like you want to or manipulate. So once you click on tools, you have to come down to global options. So when you click on global options, we have like basically we only touched, I think we touched 4 sections here. We touched the general, code, console, and appearance. So here really we really didn't do much, so we only followed what has been ticked from his own hand, and basically I think some of them are actually there as default. So we just have to click on apply, then we move to other places, just like code here, because okay, I think here in code we click on so many, we navigated to so many pages. So I think we went back to display how we want our environments to be displayed. So for everything you do, for every changes you make, you just have to click on apply. Then you can click on OK when you are done with everything. So for our appearance here, he taught us how to, sorry, my laptop is hanging. So for appearance here, he taught us how to change the fonts, the font size, and the theme. So for me here, I use Tomorrow Night Blue, but you can change to other things like vibrant or ambience. But basically for me, I like this particular one. Yes, so I will just click on apply and OK to save my changes. So to create a new file, you can always create a new file. So basically, it's always advisable that you have a folder created on your device, so that anytime you are creating a new file, it is saved there. That's going to be like your root folder, whereby you can trace any of your scripts that must have been written. So if you click on, okay, I think I have an example here. So I think these are some of the examples that we had in our previous class. So it talks about data type. It talks about conditional statements, the if statement, else statement. It talks about switches. So we use switch cases, and we talked about.
Okay, it's come.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, it's up now.
So we talked about data types like our data structure. Sorry, we talked about data structures like vectors, matrices, and data frames. And when you talk about concatenator, to declare a data structure, you have to use, basically declaring a vector, you have to use the letter C to represent that you're trying to create a vector. And basically, I think vector makes up a lot of data structures. So then we talk about how we can create a data frame, how we can create a matrices. We talked about the functions, the built-in functions that we can use to manipulate our data sets. Yes, and then it showed us how to, okay, for example, let me run, because I think most people do. I noticed that during our classes, I think yesterday and a day before, people had issue while running their code. So let me assist with this particular aspect. You can run your code all at once. Yes, you can run your code all at once. You don't have to be running it one line at a time. So all you have to do is to just mark that particular block of code that you want to run, and you press Control Enter. So you have everything displayed, because it's easier when you run everything together. That's if you're sure that you've actually proofread your code and you feel like you don't have much syntactical error. But nevertheless, even if you make an error, that's why it's called programming. You have to encounter an error so that you know that you are learning. So if you actually encounter an error by running everything all at once, you get to understand that it's pointing to a particular line of code where the error is. So, and if you want to run everything one at a time, you can always run from the beginning of the block of code. So if you leave out a particular variable that you declared and you're coming to run an output at the end, it's definitely going to generate an error, because the compiler, or let me say the interpreter, cannot actually cannot reference to what you're trying to call. So it's either you run everything at once, or once you start writing each line, you start running each line. So that your system, your R Studio can actually, your R and R Studio can actually like reference back to what you're trying to call. So I think that's all for now. Thank you.
In fact, thanks a lot, Dania. That was really good. Before I forget, is the Dr. Charles on the call? Are you able to fix your issue with Mac to install R Studio on Mac? Anybody using Mac here? Nobody using Mac. Oh.
Okay, I use Mac, but I'm not using it for this. But I was also thinking if you can use Quantum Mobile, which is like an interface for him to a visual machine to install other things. I'm thinking it will also work.
Yeah, sure. Because I remember he messaged me that he's using a Mac, and I can't remember. I mean, there should be. Let me check it out. Let me check it.
There is R Studio on Mac.
Oh,
yes,
Yeah,
I think, Mr.
it's go to the
Ezekiel
main
responded
data
to him.
okay.
I think Mr. Ezekiel responded to him yesterday. He gave him a link.
Okay, because I just saw his message on the WhatsApp now, and he was trying to get a link. Okay, that's fine. It's understandable. Some of this happens very well. Okay, so David Roots, are you ready? Wait, Ogudeko,
Sir?
what is happening to all the boys in this class? It's only the women that are performing. What happened to all our men? What happened to them?
I don't know. As I'm going to get one little low. Yesterday too, I asked them to do something they did not do.
But you have been calling them now. You have not been calling the men. You have been fair to them and unfair to us.
So we are gender insensitive.
No, I don't think so. I think everything here was based on equity. So men refuse to show up while we let them know that yes, we are women in STEM.
Thank you so much, Ghanaian. Yeah, women in STEM, obviously, I agree with you completely. But anyway, there's a guy on this call. I don't know. He said he was not available this week, and that's Muideen. He was very active during the Microsoft Excel section. I think he said he has been busy this week. It's okay. Okay, so David, are you ready? David Roots. David Roots.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Abiola.
She cannot join at the moment because she's currently in the hospital.
Oh. It's okay. Thanks for that feedback. Thanks a lot. Look, I saw her on the call. That was why I was calling her.
I reached out to her that she will be the next to present, and she made me understand the situation at hand.
So it's okay. So that's not a problem. Okay, so Mr. Ogundeku, are you ready?
Okay, let me set up my workspace, but let them continue teaching themselves. I will join soon.
Yeah, so because Mr. Ogundeku said we are moving to a very fantastic topic today, because so far so good. Like if you look at our manual, I'm not sure David Root is not feeling well. I think she's works in the hospital. Mr. Abela, can you confirm that?
Hello, sir.
Is she?
No, she doesn't work in the hospital. She has an appointment as in this evening. Yes,
That's great. We wish her a great session at the hospital. It's a good one. Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Abiola. Okay, so as I was saying, so if you look at the manual we are using, I'm sure whoever has gone through this kind of a course, I'm sure you really appreciate this kind of a manual. You know, when you have a manual that is produced by a teacher, is a whole different from just an author. I'm sure we really like the manual.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we'll be moving to Meanwhile, while you were installing packages, if I remember very correctly, let me share my screen. I think my house has finally installed, though. Thank God. Let me launch my screen. There are two ways to install packages. What's the second way to install packages? There are two ways to install packages. What's the second way?
I think
Anybody-
using GitHub, we can install some packages via GitHub.
No, not necessarily. Okay, now let me go to tools. Under tools, there's a command there called install packages. Under tools. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
so if you go through that,
Yes,
if you go
sir.
through that route, you can also install your packages.
No, that's amateur way. Let them not do that.
I understand you very well, but also we still have to. That you know, it's not possible. It is also possible.
Nobody should find you.
Did you get my point now?
Yes, sir.
Please come again.
Ezekiel doesn't want to use that method. Now, I said, apart from the normal route that we use using install of packages, you can also install your packages from the command. From the menu here. There's tools, then install packages. So, for example, now, if I try to type any package now, you can see it is bringing up for me. Can you see that? Give me another packet I can install again. Can somebody give me another packet I can install again? Give me an example. Hello.
Janitor.
Remote.
Can you see? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
So you can also use that route to also install your packages. It works very well. Or you easy. Also, while we're talking about the 4 compartments, okay? Now we're talking. So you can see there are a whole lot of things you can see under your view. A whole lot of them there. You can see it. So, for example, now under where we have help, this is very, very loaded. This is very, very. In fact, you can actually bring it up to see more of it. This is very, very loaded. So I want us to also explore this as much as possible. It will go a long way in guiding our knowledge. Did GBG tell us anything about POSIT? GBG. Ezekiel. Did he tell you about anything about POSIT? Hello, anybody on the call? Did Ezekiel tell us anything about POSIT?
No, sir.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay. I think for some time now, our studio, I don't know what they are trying to rename themselves to post. I don't know. Let me do our studio POSIT. So you can see our studio is now what? POSIT. So they have a website called Our Studio before now. Now they said they are transitioning to POSIT. These are some of the things you need to be aware of. It's very, very important that we're aware of some of these little things to go a long way in shaping our knowledge about these tools that we are learning as much as possible. So as I was saying, so we talk about the data structures of R. We've got a vector, list, matrix, and data frame. Can anybody tell me what a data frame looks like? What a data frame looks like?
A data frame is basically like a table with rows and columns.
Awesome. Awesome. So everything we are doing, everything called analysis that we are doing is all about data frame. And if anybody should tell us what's our number 1 data frame, Microsoft Excel. So every other data that we're working with, we only refer to them as data frame. That's the concept that we'll be talking about as much as possible. But so far, so good. He has walked us through existing data sets. So today, he intends to walk us through how do you import your own data. Where you have a data that you have downloaded on your own. For example, now let me show you an example of a similar data. I hope my screen is still visible.
Yes, it is.
So let me show you an example of a similar data set now. Meanwhile, I hope all of us will have filled our feedback form. So for me, I don't use a Google form. I use Survey 123. Who has used Survey 123 before here? Anybody use Survey 123?
I have.
Is it better than Google Form?
Why is my data not loading? I think I'm almost there. This is taking forever. Okay, good. Okay, so this is an example of a data set now from our feedback form. Okay, so we've got, okay, so let's see what the data looks like somewhere here. So this is Survey 123. It's quite different from Google form or some other kind of form. So you can see the data now. This is a typical data that comes in the data frame. So this kind of data now, what GBG will be walking us through will be how do we import this kind of data into R so that we can have our own data set to work with. That's the concept where we are starting the session from today. And I can assure you this is going to be quite exciting for two reasons. Remember when Bernard was talking the last time that sometimes you need to generate your own data, and there's no data called small data, because it's not until you have a large data that you can think of doing something complicated. Just even from this group now, if we decide to ask us a few questions, even on a call, we can have some data set to work with. For example, now, let's assume, look, as we are now, from whatever we are now, as we now say, okay, just give us a call. Is that not so? So for today, the data set that we'll be working with just talking about I was just talking about if people have power in their area, and the next thing, what happened in my area? They yanked me off.
Sorry.
It's so funny.
Besides, it's been 1 week since we saw light in the north here.
I know. I know. I'm aware of that. I know the challenge in the north. I have a sister-in-law in Maiduguri. I have a sister-in-law in Zamfara. My mother-in-law is in Kano. So I can understand perfectly well what is happening. In fact, Maiduguri has been worse hit recently. I can understand very, very well. Okay, so can we see the data sets on the charts? So
Yes.
the charts.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
let's go ahead and download data sets.
We have like varieties of data sets. Are we to download everything?
Okay, that's true. Yeah, let me see it. Or I'm opening it also at the moment so that we are on the same page. So that we know which of them that we are going to be working
I
with
can't see
today.
your screen, sir. Hope it's not from my end.
No, it's for my hand since I'm trying to change my. When they took light, the network I was connected to also disappeared. So I had to take out my device. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
No, sir. No, sir.
Are you serious?
Yes, we
I can
can.
see it now.
It's up now.
Can see it now.
It's up now.
I fulfill. So we have several data set there. So there are two options. You can go click on this. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You can click on this our data, and click on download. It will download the entire folder for you. Our data, then download. It's going to attempt to download the entire folder. Our data, then download. So you can see this is what it looks like. So I can go ahead. Put this somewhere. Okay. Can create a folder for it. You need to ensure that you can see the way I've arranged my. Can you see my own folders? Can you see my file? The way I've arranged my files. So when I'm
Good
looking
evening,
for
sir.
when I'm looking for anything, I don't get lost. So even if I'm not on my PC, I can tell someone, go to my PC, go to my desktop, go to Yabo Gun 555S, can you see the way it works? So you don't just have your files just scattered anyhow. You must make sure that you save your file properly. Okay. So I can open the folder where I have that. And I can unzip it. I have it unzipped. Have you done that also?
No, sir.
Okay, please, sir, can you share the link? I just switched to my laptop now from phone.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that right away. I'll do that right away.
Please, can the link be shared on email, please?
Okay, I can do that also right away. Can do that right away. Just right away, I can get that done also right away. Okay. But to do that, I have to stop sharing my screen. I've dropped it on the.
Are we ready?
Just a moment. I'm trying to share the files across. Just a moment. So that we can all be on the same page.
Are we to download all the data?
Yes, that was why I said just download that folder. Just look at what I showed you just a while ago. Just download the folder itself. It will make life a lot easier so that at any point in time that we need to work with another file, it will be a lot easier.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just download the entire file. You can see my screen now. Just click on the out data and just click on download. What about now? What about now?
Not yet.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes,
I can see it.
So just click on the out data here and just click on download. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And you'll be able to download the entire.
Please show it again. My phone is just freezing. I can't even see your phone.
Are you using your phone or your laptop? It will be better you do this on your laptop. It's a lot easier on the laptop. I know NEPA is dealing with us. I know. Don't worry. When I become Minister of Power, I will resolve all these issues. Okay. So this is it. This is the file data. Can you see this? Once you click on this folder.
Yes, I'm trying to open my WhatsApp on my laptop now.
Oh, I wanted to send a mail to you. Okay. Are you not okay?
I've not gotten it, sir.
Okay, just hold on a second. I'll get that ready for us now. Just hold on a second. Don't mind us. Just hold on a second. So how many people have downloaded the file at the moment while we are setting others up also?
I have. I've downloaded and I've extracted.
Yeah, I've downloaded too.
Oh,
thank you.
Okay, let's give others just 1 more minute. I'll get them updated now. I know it can be challenging, but this is the world we are now. We've got to learn to work online these days now. Okay. Okay, I'm going to send the file to us now. I've seen it. GBG.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're almost there. We're just a click away.
I think we can be doing it simultaneously.
Yes, okay.
I'm also waiting for you to send it to our
Yes,
email
I'm doing
address,
that.
please.
Yes, I'm doing that. Yeah. So, Mr. G, you can control. I'm doing that behind the scene.
But you are joining this call with your computer, right? Hello, madam. Are you joining this call with your computer? If yes, just go to the chat and you see the link there. You just click on the link and you will have it. The same thing with your email. So this one is faster because the class is in real time. So everything we are sending should be done in real time. Instead of sending to your email, it can take some time.
Okay, sir. Actually, I've seen the R data, but there is no this drop down arrow where I can choose the download from my end.
Okay, what's the specific file you're working with now? So I can download that specific file now.
No, don't worry, I will explain everything now so that we don't.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you can click on. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So because sometimes when we have materials like that, we need to send instantly, so we can't be sending to email just like that. So please, this is how you see your chart. So you can see on your Google Meet like this. This is the end button to leave the call. This is the chart. So you just click on the chart and you can see all the charts that you have been doing. So if you join late, you will not see this. But now that everybody is here, everybody can see it automatically. So just copy. Let me copy it again and send it. So just come over here and just click. When you click on it, so it will take another tab for you, and you have all data like this. So just as he said, so just right click on it like this. You can see download. So download it to your maybe desktop or wherever you want it
Please,
to
I'll
be.
share your screen. Your screen is not sharing.
It's showing.
My screen is showing. Can you see? It's asking me where I want to save it, right? So you can just save it to your desktop and then you save, and that's all. So you see now, even though I have the data already, but I still want to download it. So now it's downloading. You can see that that it's finished downloading, and it's just 226 kilobytes. So it's not much. So now I have it on my desktop now. I'm looking for it. It's not on my desktop. Hi. Okay. So I just come over here and here, locate the file. Yeah, this is the file. Let me switch it to here. So this is the file. Okay. Let me stop sharing. Okay. So this is the file now. You can see the file. This is the file on my own laptop. So once you have done this, so I would like you to just unzip it, right? So just right, if you are using Windows 10, just right click and you will see something like extract all. Then you just extract all. So just extract it so that it can be in a folder and not in a zip folder. So now this is the data now. But I want to rename everything. So let's call it rename it to database data RVs, something like that. So data RVs. So that when you open it, it will just be that the data is what we'll be seeing. So this is the data this is the folder that we'll be using henceforth. Please, everybody, just do the same thing. Download it, unzip it, rename it to data RVs.
Hello, sir.
Rename it to data RVs. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I can see your screen, sir. I can see your screen, sir.
It's your network, or I can
Your
see my
screen,
screen.
I can see.
Even me, I can see my screen. This is it.
I can see it now. I just see.
Okay. So if you have done that, just type yes on the chat. Download the data, unzip it, rename it to data RVs. Then when you are done, just type yes. Okay, I can see Daniel. Thank you so much. All right, others, ladies,
I'm still having
women.
an issue from my end.
What is the problem? Can you share your screen?
I'm using my phone to join while I use my data to run the stuff.
Yeah, you can switch your phone camera to your laptop to show us where the problem is. That is only how we can assist. Otherwise, you will be on your
Okay,
own.
I'm sharing it.
Okay.
Can you see? Can you see my screen?
I can't see your screen now.
You insist.
I can't see your screen. Okay, I can see your screen now. So you need to on your camera. On your camera, put your camera to your laptop. There, everybody will see what is happening there.
Okay.
You off your camera, so there's no way.
Yeah, use your back camera. Use the back camera.
I don't know how to do that.
I feel like you're meant to stop sharing your screen, then just flip to your camera and then switch the camera. That's all. You don't need to share your screen.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, who's sharing their screen? Is this Sarah?
Yes, I'm trying to do that.
Just change your camera to the back. That you now point so the phone will not be looking at your. You'll be capturing the screen of your laptop with your phone.
Instead of your face, it will be your laptop will be seeing.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord.
Let me pin it.
Can you
Let me pin. Let me pin. Take it closer to it, Kelly.
Can you see it now?
Yes. So you are there now. So right click. Right click. Right click. So right click is the.
No.
I've just right clicked.
Just click on this. Click on just single click. Do left. Let's see left.
Okay, refresh. Refresh.
Because that drop down arrow is not there.
Refresh. Can you see the rotation key on your tab at the top? Yes, that place. Yes. Good. Now, yeah, right click on the data.
I just did that.
Okay, no problem. You can download it one by one. So click on each data, right click on it and download it one by one. So it will take time, but that can also be loud. Or don't worry, I will send you a link now. So that one will help you to do it automatically. So
Sarah, have you been receiving mails from us before?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then open the link directly from your email.
Okay. I even want to use the WeTransfer. Maybe that will help.
Okay.
Is that okay? I don't know.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
Where would you send it to our email or the WhatsApp or the Google Meet?
On the Google Meet. Okay. To you
But she's not using her laptop.
I'm using my phone, so I cannot.
Okay. Send your email. Do you have it on your computer? Yes. Send your email. Put your email here so I can send it to you. Because without this data, you'll just be looking at what we are doing. Okay, WeTransfer. Okay, I'm the one sharing my screen, right? Okay.
Yeah, somebody has dropped the link, the file on the WhatsApp. Can you download on your phone and share it? Use your cable to copy to your computer. Is that fine?
Yeah, I have WhatsApp on my phone.
So
on my system.
So look. Okay.
Okay, that's web too.
Done, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Can you all see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Yes, right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Can see it.
Okay, thank you. So good afternoon once again, and thank you so much for all that you have done. Thanks to those people that share their screen. Thank you so much for teaching one another. So today, I'll just do quick revision on package installation. So I believe by now everybody knows how to install one or two packages on their own. The syntax is just install the packages. You put the name of the package there. That's all. So many people have been chatting with me privately. Just follow the instruction. Install the packages, double quotation, put the name of that package here, right? And that's all. And then when you are installing a package, make sure you have internet on your computer. The package is stored in a particular server that is not in Nigeria. So, and for you to get it, you need to have internet on your computer. So some of you don't have your computer connected to the internet and you're having some errors because of that. Please note that. Okay. maybe after this class, so also find a way to install DevTools. So it's either you install DevTools or you install remote package. So this package is useful when you want to install packages that are not on CRAN. I mean packages on either GitHub or GitLab. Right? When we get some of the packages, I will let you know so that you know how to install it. So now that you have installed a package, so how will you load that package? Before you can use a function in a package, you have to load it. And to load the package, you just type library janitor, library bucket. The name of the package is what you put here, right? And if you say library janitor and you get an error saying library janitor is not found or so, what you need to do is to install that package. All right. So as you can see, if I get any error saying that the package is not there, so what I just do is to install it. And know that when you install, you only install once and for all, right? Except you want to get a new version of that package. That is so you can start reinstalling it again. But if there is no new version, whatever you have is still fine. So package installation is just like this. You have a bulb in your house. If you want to, like, if you get a new bulb, you install it, and you only install it once, except something happens to that bulb, maybe the bulb is not working, that is when you will replace it. Okay, and loading a package is like you just on your light. Anytime you need light in your room, you have to on the light. You switch on the light, otherwise you off it. So that is just the symbolic representation of installing and loading a package. Good. So now, how can you use a function in a package? So there are two ways of using a function in a package. The first method is for you to load the package outrightly. Load the package, and then you start taking any function that you want to use in that package. For example, this clean names is from janitor, right? Since I've loaded the package, then I'm free to use the function clean names in that package. So clean names is just to clean the variables in our data frame. That is why I say clean names, and then the variable, the data frame, right? Put data frame there, and it will clean all the names for you. So another way to use a function in a package is to just use this sign here, right? That is colon, right? So this is library, and this is a function that you take from this library, and the two works together. So the difference between the first method and second method is that if you use the second method, if there is any other function that you still need from that package, you have to use this guy, this package and the colon before you can use the new function. But with the first method, once you have loaded it, all the functions will be in your environment, and you can easily use any function without calling the library again. But the second method, you have to start calling its name every time you need that function. I hope that's clear. All right, so this is just the way we are doing it now, right? I have the janitor, which I have loaded, and then I have a data frame, which I just took. Who can tell me the meaning of edge iris 5? Anyone?
The first 5 data points on that table. The first 5 rows on that table.
Right, you know that we are creating a book, right? So that book will be given to one person that is talking, that is asking questions, and that is also answering questions in this session. Right, throughout this our programming. So the best student, the two best students will be given the book. All right, so I'm gonna please note it down. Thank you. Okay, good. So the head is just to give us the first 5 observations on that data frame, which is what we have here. Now, if you look at what the output that we have, you will see that the variable, based on what the data is having dots. Can you see separ.length, separ.width, peta.length, peta.width, and the species? Can you see? Now, when we now use clean name, clean names that is from janitor. See the way it displays. So who can tell me the difference between this guy and this guy here?
It has replaced the dot with underscore.
Exactly. Not only that, you can tell me the difference again.
It has also removed the capital letter from the first one to small letter, like in the line.
Exactly, yes. So because sometimes when you are typing, everybody always type with small letter. So nobody ever type with capital letter. So and this guy make it easier for us to maybe if you want to call a variable, it will be easier for you to call it instead of typing capital letter every time. So that is the function of clean names. Just to clean the names of your variables, that's all. Okay. So then here now, I also use the second method of using a function from the library or package. You will see that here it's still doing the same thing, but here I have to call the library before I can use the function. Can you see? So sometimes when you are reading a book, you will see them using this method. So why they are using it is because they are telling you that this function is from this package. So if they don't use this, it may take you some time before you know where the function is coming from, right? So that is why they always use this guy. So it took me like 2 years to know what this one means, right? Until a particular book I read now explain it clearly. So now you are getting it very cheap now. Okay, good. Is there any question before we move into today's class from here? Okay, I assume there is no question. So today we'll be talking about data analysis, reproducibility with R and R Studio projects. Everybody is ready to do data analysis. So now, how can we do it without any problem? So, and that is where reproducibility is all about. So if you want your work to be scientific, right, and you are very proud of your work, saying that I did not pick any data, I did not, I did it appropriately, go and check it anywhere in this world, we will get the same result. And that is very good for every scientist, every researcher, right? So now, we have what is called environment in R programming. So environment is where you are currently running your work. So for example, if you open your R Studio, you will see something like, can you see this place? So this is just like the root of my R Studio. And if I just type get WD, that is get working directory, R will tell me that I'm currently in the document. Can you see? So if my data is in the desktop now, I'm here, I have to find a way to set it to the desktop where the data is. Otherwise, I will be getting an error. Okay. And since nobody, okay, here is calling me admin. Maybe on your own computer, it can call you Samuel, or call you Yaya, or call you Jaffa, or whatever. And our names will always be different. So if I want to run your script now, I have to start changing the directory so that we can have the same results. So R Studio is helping us to solve that problem with the help of R Studio projects. But before we move to R Studio project, I want to explain the difference between absolute path and relative path. So absolute path is what display the root of your computer. For example, can you see it's starting from the C? The C is just like your hard disk, right? From your hard disk to users. Maybe on your computer you have created many users, so the name of the user will be here, and here admin, from admin to documents. So if you do it, please can you run this script? Can you run this code on your computer? Let me see what your own will have. Can you type get WD? That is get working directory.
Yes, sir.
So what do you have in your own?
I have the directory in which I created a folder for my project. So that's where I have my own.
Are you
I'm having user.documents.dataviz, /dataviz/R lesson folder.
Okay. You are lucky that you are in the right place, but me here, you can see that I'm not in my right place. So, and here is what we call absolute part, right? So relative part will not be wherever you somebody saying data slash maybe diamond dot excel xlsx. So this one here, if you have something like this, it is called relative part. This is being that we did not know the root of this part. We only have the relative part, and this is what they ask us to be using, right? But it's not our problem now, because RStudio will do it for us automatically once you follow the steps. And the step will be the following. Number one, we are creating an RStudio project. So if you look at it now, they say that our project is a way at which we keep all our files, script, data, and figure in one organized place. That is, everything is well arranged. So if you click on figure 4.3, you will see that we have data folder, we have figures folder, result folder, script folder, everything is well organized here. So if you click on data, if I ask what is in data, everybody will be correct, because you know that data will store data, right? And figures will store what? Hello? Figures, what will be in this figure?
Numbers.
Number.
Number, what do you mean by number?
Numbers.
No, I want
Numeric.
Your visuals now. Your visuals. Your visuals.
Tables.
It will be your, it could be table. It can't be table, but it can be your visuals, right? Your visuals, all the chart that you produce from R or wherever, it will be saved here. Then result will be maybe a result from your analysis. Script, as you know, script will be where your R script will be. It could be a Cocteau file, it could be an R Markdown file, it could be any script. So even if if you are using Python in R, everything will be here. All right, and we have other folders. Okay. Okay, good. Now, how do we now create this RStudio project? If you look at my project now, you will see something like .rproj. So .rproj here is the R project, right? And that is what makes our work to be consistent everywhere. Whatever, if I have a script here and the script is the one that populated all these figures, results, everything, if you run it on your own computer too, you will get the same result. And you can't be telling me, oh, it's telling me data is not found or whatever. So once you follow the R project scenario or ecosystem, okay? Now, how do we create RStudio project? Remember that the RStudio project is the engine that makes our work to be consistent and well organized. So to create an RStudio project, you follow the following steps. Number one is this. As I said before, I ask everybody to have I call it something database or so. Where is it? Let me just open my desktop. I call it I'm looking. Okay, I call it data RBase. Okay, data RBase is what I'm looking. The way I will be saying it clearly. Okay, can you see this data RBase, right? So please create a folder on your desktop, call it data RBase, and inside this data RBase, put your data inside it, right? So put your data inside it. And if you put the data inside it, you can also rename this data to be just data, something like that. Just data, right? Okay. So I want your.
So the data, this one that we just downloaded, sir.
Yes. I rename my own to data. So you can also rename your own to data as well. Instead of R, we know that R is what you are doing, so we don't need to put R there again. So just put data, and if you open the data, you will see COVID-19 data, Gapminder, medical insurance data set, penguins.
Yes, sir, you are too fast. You are too fast, sir. Please let us be following you small.
No,
Please,
I'm
sir.
only calling the names now. Will I be saying Gapminder and wait for 5 minutes? Medical insurance. I'm only explaining what they are not teaching now. Star Wars, tips, unemployed youth. This is status data. This is special data. So I want to show you in this training how you can import any data set of your choice into our environment. So the instruction is that create a folder on your computer, name it data RVIX, right? Inside data RVIX, the data that you downloaded, just find a way, either you cut it and paste it here, and then rename that data into data. That's all. If you are ready, just type yes on the chat. So, okay, thank you. I can see people saying yes, yes. Okay, I've seen 3 people. Please, others. The instruction is very simple. Create a folder on your desktop. Call it data RVIX. Okay, and inside it, so move your data file to it. That's all. Very simple instruction. Okay, thank you so much. I can see people saying it. So, madam, if you're ready, just say you're ready so that I can continue. I'm waiting for you.
I'm ready, sir.
All right, great. Thank you. Okay. Now, I want to create my RStudio project. So the reason why I said that you should create a folder is because you can actually use this guy to create a new directory, which will do it for you automatically. But sometimes maybe you are just arranging how maybe your PhD project or master project or BSc project or any official project, how it will be. Already you have it, you know how it will be already. Maybe the data, the resources online that you are just gathering, the publication that you want to read, public paper that you want to read, and you started putting it together in a particular folder, and you want to pack everything into your project. For example, we did one project for, let me see if I can still have it. Okay, it's on my other computer. But I have this one here. I'm looking for Steven. I need to rearrange this text. So this working. Okay.
Your desktop is too ugly. It's too ugly.
I'm telling you, I will know. I know you just taught us how to clean it now. I will follow your steps. Okay. So if you look at this guy now, I have the data as well, the data folder, and then what other thing? Okay, maybe this one is not a good example. But okay, let me take you to online. Let me take you to my GitHub online. You will see what a typical GitHub.com, so that we see how a typical work would be. Okay, a repository. Okay, okay, repository. I'm looking for particular projects. Okay. This is not a good example. Okay, look at this one now, cholera project, right? So this is a project we did for Yobe State government, right? So it's just like documentation, right? We always talk about documentation, and yeah, data is not here, but I can just use it to teach. You will see that here now we have the model. These are the models that we generated from the data, right? Then you can see the data, the modified raster. So we created this folder for them so that when they run the script, automatically it will be saving it to each folder here. The data analysis. I'm not putting on GitHub because it's document data, but this is just like the instruction of what they will do, right? And then you will see the R script. So this R script here will populate everything into that folder so that they can have it on their computer. And then we also use both R and Python together. one guy that I put the data to Dr. Jaffa. Okay, so you will see that we still have some folder, right? Cholera data reshape. When we reshape the data, so everything will come up here. So exactly it's what we want to do now, right? So, but I prefer people to have their own folder before they start creating our studio project on it, right? Now, how do we create it? How do we create it? So the first thing is to click on File. Then you click on New Projects. Since we already created a directory on our computer, then we just click Existing Directory. So that one will now take us to where we browse. Okay, I'm coming, please. Where we browse and select that folder. Then after that, we click Create Project, and automatically a project will be created. And what we will see is that we will note that something is happening here. Can you see? Before now that I have not created any project, you will see that your R Studio is saying project is none, which means that this R Studio now is not there's no project here now. But when we create a project, this guy will change to something. All right. So now let's create it. Just follow me. So click on File, right? Click New Project. Click New Project. So wait for it to load. Now this guy will come up. Since we have a directory before, then we can click here. So if we don't want to follow this one, if you click on New Project, you can see that start asking us what are we doing? Are we creating an R package, Shiny application, Koto project, website? Because in R programming, you can create a website, you can create a blog, you can even create a book. The book that you are reading now is being created with this Koto book. And if time permits, you will also be able to do most of those things, right? But now we'll be clicking existing directory. So you can see where our folder is. This guy is not there now, so we have to browse to it to get it. Then you know where you created your folder, so you have to look for it. So my own is on desktop and it's on Databricks. This is it here. Okay. Okay, my computer is not good. Okay, I'm coming, please.
I've done that.
Okay, great. You click on the browse. My own is RV. Please don't click on the data because you click on the data, R Studio will be on that data, and that is not what we want to do. So the parent directory is the data RV, not the data. Data is the child under this guy. So don't open data. So once you do like this, then you click open, and then the link will be here. And after that, you click create project, and automatically it will switch to a project. Now you will see that this guy is now having something data RVix. Can you see? Now, we are good to go now.
Can you please take it again, please?
I can't take it again, but what you will do is just for you to follow the steps that we have here. This step. Click on File, click on New R Projects. This guy will show up. So click Existing Directory, right? And then a box will come up. So click on Browse and look for where you created your database folder. Then this guy will come up after you have clicked on Browse and you selected it. Then you now click Create Project. Once you click Create Project, then the project will show up and you have something like this. And that is exactly what I have now. I hope that is clear.
It's not to.
Okay, it's not. Okay, I'm going to find you 200,000 naira. So, okay, let me delete the guy and then I will do it again. So, somebody's owing me 1 million naira, another is owing me 250,000 naira, and you have joined them now. So, you are owing me 200,000 naira. So, I've deleted everything and I have data file. So, I will open my RStudio. Okay, so I will click on file. Can you see? Click on, there are two files. One is here, one is at the down here. But what I'm if I click on this file, another thing will show up. You can see it's just telling me all the folders on my computer. That is not what I want to see. So that is why this guy is what is doing the work. So click on file, click new project. When you click new project, this guy will show up. Remember before, you have created a folder on your computer called Data VIX, right? So then I will go there and pick it. Now you can see it's not here. I have to browse it. Then I will look for where I save the folder that is Data RVIX. I will click on it. I will open it, and the link is here now. And I know this is the right link. And I click Create Projects. All right, you can see now I'm in the RStudio project now. Is it clear now?
Very clear. Very clear.
Okay, good. So now we have our RStudio projects. Okay, but before I continue, please let everybody create a new script. So click on this guy. So there are two ways of creating scripts. It's either you copy the file and click new file and click our scripts, or you click this plus sign and click our scripts. So depending on which one is faster for you. All right, so this script, I will just call it, so I want to save it Ctrl S. So when you press Ctrl S, you can see that it's saving on your project file. So you can call it script or whatever you like. Me, I'm calling it R script. R script. So you can see I have my script now. So nothing is there. But you can see that the script is here. So when you are done, please close your RStudio project. You can
Please come again about the script, sir. Come again about the script, sir.
No, I will not come again for that one. Already, you know how to be. I've been using script all this while now.
I'm having issue, network issue here, so I'm having so everything is going slow. Sorry,
click here. Click this plus button here, the green plus button, and click R script, and that will show up. And I want you to save it by pressing Ctrl S and call it R script or whatever name you like. Just call it and save it. Is that fine now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you are done, please close your RStudio project. Just click this times button, the red button, and close it. You can see that my RStudio project, everything about R is closed now. So now I want to explain this guy.
Hello. The last command, please.
What is it?
Sir, repeat the last command you just mentioned.
Just close your RStudio. Just find a way to close your RStudio. Don't off the computer. Just close your RStudio. Is it closed now? Have you closed it? What is the English of closing the RStudio? What do you say?
Just to close the RStudio.
Just to close it. You are closing it just like you are closing an app on your computer.
Okay, no
Red
problem.
button.
Okay,
Button.
sir.
Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So this red button, you close it. Okay, good. So some of you may not have this .app project based on where your computer is structured. Mr. Emmanuel, you want to talk? Mr. Emmanuel, Dr. Emmanuel, please, can you mute yourself? Abono, are you here? Okay, good. So now you can see if you don't have .rproj.
I have muted the person. I muted him.
Okay, so click on view. So click on, if you don't have .rproj like as I have here, click on view. There you will see you click. I'm using Windows 11, but still the same thing like Windows 10. So just click on view. In your own, you will see something like extension, but me, I have to click on show. And you see, then you now find name extension so that your extension can be showing. So you can have .r.rproj and everything like that. And if you open the data, you see that all the extensions are open. And you see .xls, .csv, .sav, .dta.
There is no view
Okay,
option. Okay.
good. Good. So if you have done that now, all right. So you can see that.
No, sir. Peter, come again, sir, for that extension, sir.
Do you have in your own? Do you have .r? If you have it, no problem. Don't.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't have it.
Okay, so you click on view. Can you see view?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Aha. Me, I'm using Windows 11. So you can, if you go down, you see something like show file extension. But if you not, but if you don't see file extension, then you click on show. You can click on file name extension. Can you see?
Okay, sir. Let me try that. Okay,
Yeah, please try it. So the purpose is just for us to see the extension that we are working on. So I think in Windows 10, you don't need to go to show it will come up among all this, and then you can click on it. But for Windows 11, you have to click on show, and then you just click on this guy. Okay, so if you have done that, you will see that you have all this .r.rproj. So anytime somebody sends you, a file, maybe in a zip folder, and you unzip it, and you have this. So it's telling that the person used RStudio project. So don't waste your time by now setting up the working directory. The person has already saved life for you and make life easier. So if you want to open your RStudio project henceforth, so you will not click on RScript, you only click on this guy. So this guy will open up everything for you automatically.
Okay.
Can you see? Now you can see that I can see my RScript. I can see the one I don't even save. So now you can see your RScript. So let me do it once again for the last time. So if I have, let me open some other scripts. Saving R. Let me open it, copy this guy to my database. So this is at paste. Can you see? So now I have 2 RScript on my own. But what I will open is not this, it's not this. It is the R project. Once I open the R project, I can open the R script anywhere it is. Can you see? Since I don't have the other R, I'll just come here and then open it. Now it's open. So that's what I mean by saying that you don't click on .r, but you click on .rproj. So if you are up to this, can you just say yes on the chat? If you are up to this level, just type yes on the chat. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So I've been noticing Dr. Gaffa and you see Rich, right? Please keep it on so that I can get the free book instead of paying for it. Okay, somebody is saying, okay, let's go. Somebody is raising their hand. Hello.
Okay, hello, sir. That thing you're showing about plot extension, I'm using Windows 11 here for the R. I checked my this and I couldn't see anywhere written extension, but I saw show file.
If you click on view, it see show. Can you see file name extensions? Can you see?
I think,
So
sir, I think this, I'm
once
experiencing
you
the
click on
same thing.
it,
So the interface of our own folder is different from what we are seeing on the screen. I'm also using Windows 11, so we're unable to access anything like view option here.
can you share your screen? That is the only way out. So you have 10 seconds to share your screen. Otherwise, the Lord will help you.
Use my screen, sir.
Okay, let's go. Sir, I didn't say you receive view extension on the RStudio. It is on the folder that you have data outbreaks. Can you go to that place? Can you minimize?
The folder you created on your desktop for this project, not on the RStudio.
Okay.
The folder. Where is the folder?
Okay.
But you stop sharing and share your screen so that other can also see, because you're having the same problem with another person. Okay, I believe I have a lot of yes here, so
Use the
okay.
folder.
Yes. So yeah, so now click on click on view. Can you see view? You can see home, share, view. Can you click on view? Up, your left hand up. Yeah, go up. Can you see home, share, view? Go up. I'm not talking of, don't click on data, go up. Like menu bar.
Okay.
View. Yes, click on it. Then go to your right hand side. Can you see file name extensions under the show or hide?
Yes, I've seen file extension.
Yes, click on it. Yeah, you can see that something has happened. Immediately you do that, see that you now have your extension. So what we do for us now, so that you don't get any error henceforth, all the file that you have, can you create another folder now where you are now? Create another folder. Right click, create another folder. Leave that place. Okay, good. Call it data, DATA. Don't use capital letter.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, no problem if that is what you want to use. But when I'm using small letter and you're using capital letter, you get an error. Okay, good. Now, all the data that you have put here, so copy and paste. Yes. Select everything, copy and paste, and put them, except rproj. Except rproj. So you're not following instruction, no.
Yeah, so I'll put it. Okay, sir. You said I should not put rproj. So
Okay.
I
Click on
have
data
it here initially.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
So immediately he selected that view extension. Let him go back to the initial folder. So that's the same thing I did. So everything has been it has been attached with .r. So that's the same thing I did. Immediately you asked us to click on show extension. So I now move back to the initial one without even copying anything. So the initial 4 options has been attached with the extension. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. So please can you click on data outbreaks? Leave the data, go to data outbreaks, and let's see what is there. Okay, good. Now you see that. Can you delete all the data that you have except data outbreaks.rproj? Sir, you are delaying also. Don't delete data. Don't delete. I said delete all the
Okay, sir,
data.
I should leave.
Leave the folder data. Leave the data .rproj. Otherwise, delete everything. Or don't worry, you can leave it like that. Don't worry. Just like you have a lot of duplicates. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. Let me delete this guy. Now, can you see my screen back? So I have my R scripts, I have my data bit.rproj, and I have my data. So anytime you create R Studio project, this guy will come up .rproj.user. Don't worry, there's nothing there. So I don't delete it. So it's just just something that is controlling the R Studio project. So that after this class, I will tell you to send your work to 2 or 3 people, and they will send their work to you too, and then you will see whether you can open their work or not. Okay, good.
Hello, sir.
Or mark on. Oh.
Hello, sir. Please,
Yes.
I don't have that
Yes.
docs, that folder with docs. User, I don't have it on my own folder.
We have explained that one. No, we can't solve that one now. Otherwise, we will not be able to cover anything today. Did you follow all the instructions? Hello.
I also don't have it.
Yes, I did. I followed all the instructions, sir.
Okay,
I only have three. I have one folder and the rest. That one, the data folder, the pro.
Okay, so what happened is that I'm showing hidden items, but your own is not showing hidden items, so it's not a problem. So if I untick this guy will disappear. Can you see?
Okay, let me try.
I want to see what is happening on my computer. That is why I show my hidden items. So it's not a problem if you are not seeing it, but to see everything, even though it is hidden, you can click on view, show, and then show the hidden. So then you
I now have it. I've clicked on hidden.
Okay,
I
you
now
have
have
it.
it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I've clicked on the hidden items. Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Thank
You
you.
are
Sir.
welcome, man. Thank you so much. Okay, good. Now we have created our R Studio project, and we explain what an R Studio project is. That R Studio project helps us to organize our file, so that if you are doing anything, of course, everybody can replicate it, right? What you just do for them, maybe you are publishing a paper, and let me see any paper I have written, and let me see if I send my work. Okay, Google Scholar, scholar.google.com. Okay. Yeah, not this one. Okay. So if you look at this work, almost every work, sir, but let me show you the I'm looking for the no freedom theorem. Where is this guy? Okay, this guy. So can you see it's 2020, we published in 2020, but if you look at the down, we always put our data there so that anybody can see what you have done, that we are not lying in our results. Let me see. Okay. Where is this guy set? Let me GitHub. Okay, can you see? Raw data and script are available on GitHub at this for scientific reproducibility. So if you want to see that and everything, once you run the script, all the results that we have automatically will come up, and yeah, you can now judge whether it is true or not. Okay, so that's exactly what we want to do now. All right, but before we go into that, let's see how we can import data set in R. Of course, as you know, right, if you want to do a serious work, a data science work, you have to import your own data. And with that data, there is nothing called insight. Okay, so R can import data. So when you are importing data set in R, we call it import. And when you are taking it out of R, we call it export. So sometimes maybe you want to do something in Excel and you are very good at Excel, but this data is very dirty, and you know that if you click if you do your cleaning in Excel and they give you the same data, maybe another data set which is the same in terms of structures, maybe you are an analyst working in a with WHO and you are working for Nigeria part of WHO, and the same data is being given to you every quarter to analyze. So if you do it in Excel, every quarter you have to start doing it again and again and again. But if you do it in R programming, so what you just do, you just to run your scripts and you'll be happy that you have the results. Because already the script that generated the last result is still what you have. If the data has not changed, but only that a new data set has been maybe the data set has 1,000 observations, and now it has 14,000 observations, right? So what you just do is just to run your script without any problem. So to import data set in R, it also depends on the kind of data that you have. So if it's a CSV data, you will use readr package, which you have already installed when you install that tidyverse. I believe everybody has tidyverse installed. If you don't have it, the Lord will help you. So Excel, we will use readxl to import the data sets. So for SPSS data or data data, you will use Avin. And we also have this package very good that can import any data set automatically called Rio, right? Only that its syntax is different from other packages. And then we have this Roger package, in which I also contributed to, that can help you script any data set on the web. Just like we have it in Python, like Beautiful Soup, all those kind of packages. So we also have this in R. You know, yesterday I asked you to install tidyverse. Tidyverse alone has about now when you have a vector in R that is very long, so you see you'll be having 1, you'll be having 5. So what this 5 is saying is that this is the 4th, this is the 5th. So I can easily count or locate wherever you are going. If I'm going to 29, I know that I will start from here, not here. So this one here is saying that this is 29th package, this is 30th package, this is 31st, what do you call it? 31 or 31st, which one? Okay, good. So, and that is it here, right? So tidyverse alone has about 31 packages. Okay. Now to import CSV data, as I said, you will use readr package, which when you load tidyverse, you automatically have readr. So you don't need to do readr. So to read CSV data, you just say read_CSV. This is the function that helps you to read the CSV data. And inside it, you will now put the path to your data set. So in this case, I will just say read_CSV, comma, parentheses. I just put a quote there. I will press tab on my keyboard. I will go to the data and select the CSV I want to load. That's all. Very simple. And to export it out, I will say write on, if I want to write it in CSV format, I will say write_CSV, right? The data frame, comma, and the path at which I want to send it to. That is what will be here. So for Excel, I will use readxl package. This readxl package is not in tidyverse, right? So that is why we installed it individually yesterday. So to import the data, that is Excel format, you use read under everything starts with read. If you want to write out, everything starts with write. Can you see? Read, write. So with your extension, this is .xl, that is showing you that you are importing an Excel file. CSV showing that you are importing CSV. This one, that is read_serve. We use Avin package, and Avin is not part of, it's not part of tidyverse. So you have to install, okay, I think it's part of tidyverse. So, but when you load it, it will not come loaded. So, but you have to load it individually. Say library Avin, that's all. And then to import SPSS data set. If you have used SPSS before, you will note that the extension of SPSS is .sav. So that's why this guy is coming with read_sav, right? And to write it out as SPSS data, you also say write_sav. The same thing with starter. Starter starts with .dta, the extension, and then you say read_dta. To write out, you use write_dta. As I said before, we also use real package to import a package, but its own is in this way. Import, it will import any file, so automatically it will know the format by itself, and export will export to whatever file, whatever format you put there. But this guy is not always common, so that is why I don't want to recommend it. But if you use it, fine. The person that is getting your script will also find a way to understand it. Okay, so should we worry the kind of package that we're going to use? No, you are the owner, you are the alpha and the omega of your script. Use anything you like. Anybody receiving it will find a way to run it. Once it is running on your own, then the person receiving it will find a way to get it done. So we'll be using RStudio project to import the data set because of the problem of working directory. So I believe that with our project now, nobody will have any problem of working directory. So this is where I was explaining how to do it, and I think we have it already. So what we do now is just copy this guy, copy this guy, take it to your RStudio, the file that you created, paste it. Okay, remember that we have changed our data to this guy, to data and not our data. So just try to remove our dash on your own here, which I see the way I did my own. Okay, good. So what we do is that we load our tidyverse package. That is library tidyverse. Okay, let me try to send it. Do you have the book already? I believe everybody has the book, so no need to send it. So you can see that.
No, I don't have the book, sir.
At all, or not now?
I don't have it too.
I don't have the book at all.
I have requested via WhatsApp. I have not been responded to.
Okay,
It's on WhatsApp.
Okay, so WhatsApp now, right?
The book is on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Can you tag it, ma'am? Please kindly tag the book for us so we can find it.
Despite repeated effort that we should not share this, and yet we still post it now. This is very wrong. We said this book, people should make this is not the best. This is not in any way the best. We said people should make requests, DM to a particular number to get the book. Nobody is supposed to send this to anybody. This is not the best, please.
I DM the number that you posted on the WhatsApp.
When did you DM, sir? When did you DM, sir?
I think it should be Thursday, or I will resend today after this class.
Please, we responded to everybody I requested. Everybody was, maybe your number was, please do a request again, please.
Okay, I will resend. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, good. So if you have it, please just follow up. If you don't have it, I'm even finding, I don't know the link again. Let me just search for okay, so just look at the chart now and just copy it and take it to your browser. Please don't send the book out. We are still writing it. It's not complete yet. I want to sell it. So if you send it out, then you know what you are doing for the future. Okay, good. So let's load the tidyverse. I've loaded my tidyverse. You can see that I have this. So all this that I have here is not an error, right? And it's not that something is working well. No. So it's only giving us a message. And if you read the message, it is telling us that it's attaching core Tidyverse packages. Remember, I said that we have about 31 packages in Tidyverse. So now, out of the 31 packages, this guy is only loading
Ogundeku, your voice is gone. What happened to you? The network has hit your side.
So please, dplyr. So which means that you don't need to load dplyr again. Hello, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen, but we lost your audio at some point.
Yeah, somebody was calling my number. I don't mind that. So we have dplyr. Can we see dplyr? So all this is telling you that dplyr has been loaded. So I don't want to see your dplyr in this script. Don't ever load dplyr. Once you have Tidyverse loaded, don't ever load it. So it's also telling you that we have Forecast loaded for you. So you don't need to load the Forecast. It also help you load ggplot too. That is for data visualization. We'll get there very soon. So don't let me see ggplot2 in your script. It's also helping you to load Lubridate. So please don't load Lubridate. Everything you see in all these tick mark, don't load them. Like reader for CSV, you don't need to load it. Stringer for string manipulation, you don't need to load it. And tidyr for tidying data frame from longer format to wider format. So please don't do it. Then it gives you some conflict saying that dplyr, you know what this one means, right? I will not explain. You know it already. So it's telling that it's conflicting with another package called start filter. So when you use filter and you're having an error, maybe start is the one conflicting with dplyr. So in that case, because sometimes we can use this stats for statistical something, right? If you have loaded library start and filter is there, can you see the filter is there? So now you now need filter for dplyr, there will be a problem. So it may not work. You not be saying this is how they taught us now. Why is it that it's not working? Please don't call me. Just know that something is conflicting. So what you just do when you want to use filter is to just use dplyr filter instead of using filter alone. I hope that is clear. Okay, so that's all about that. Then I'm going to load read Excel for loading for importing Excel file. Then I want to load library Admin for importing XPSS data and SAS. Then another one is I want to load library bulk reader, the one I created myself, which is on CRAN. Okay, we have spent 1 hour, but let's quickly do this one. So bulk reader, I have a welcome message. So this one here is not an error. Please just read what it is saying so that you not be saying that, oh, I have an error when I did this. This guy is only welcoming you, right? And it's telling you that you can run. Please run browse URL. So if you want to follow it, you can just right click, copy, and run. You can see you just run. So a browser will open up for you. Can you see? And then you can start reading about the package, right? What is the package? What's it all about? What are the functions in the package? Can you see the functions? How can I get more about those functions? This is where we now have about 3 articles that you can read, and then you begin to use its function. Okay, now I have it now. So remember I said I will read this guy and start writing by myself. I want to load it. I want to load a data set. So I will ask you the data I should use out of many that I have here. Please just tell me any data I should pick out of all this.
Gapminder.
Gapminder. Okay. So Gapminder, please, what's your name?
Oluwatoyin.
Okay, I'll just say Toyin. Please don't do this in real life or doing Gapminder. Okay. Then because it's a CSV, remember you have to understand the format. If it is a CSV and you are not using read_XLS, then you get an error. So you have to follow the format read_CSV. So some people always use read.csv. I will explain the two. But for now, let me just start from the beta. Then I will not tell you why you should not use .csv. So read_CSV, you can see. Then I will put a quotation, double quotes. Then because I'm using R projects, once you press tab, everything on your project will come up, which is good. Since my data, you can see, even though the data is here, this data also open up so that you can easily take the one you like and the guy will connect itself. If I just say Gapminder, can you see? It starts from data, which is the right way, can you see? And it gives me the Gapminder. Good. And when I run it, you see that I have it loaded. Now, can you see? It's telling me that this data has about, we have two variables that are of character data type, and they are country and continent. And we have 4 variables that are double, that is numeric, and they are year, life experience, population, and GDP per capita. Can you see? Good. Now you can start playing with everything you know about data frame and functions. So can you tell me any function you remember?
Structure.
Oh, I love that. Structure, Tony, Gapminder, and you get everything. Can you see? Get everything. Can you see? So what can you remember? So now that we've loaded packages, so please forget everything forget everything you know about STR. Start using Glimpse. Forget everything you know about STR and replace STR with Glimpse. So why? Glimpse will print it very well than STR. Can you see? After this, you see have some other nonsense here that you may not understand what is happening. But Glimpse now corrected it. So please don't use STR again. But when I taught you, I use STR because I've not introduced package. And that time I may be confusing you, saying you have to load the package, connect like that. So that's why I'm using Glimpse now. So you can see we have about 1,704 observations. We have 6 variables. Character is country, as the following: Afghanistan and many countries, continent, Asia and many other continents, year, all of this, and yeah, good. So what other thing? The last time somebody was using small v for view. So this time around I can use small v, right? And it will work because this view is inside this tidyverse. So you don't need to worry about where it is coming. So in Gapminder, and you can see the data set automatically. Remember this time around, I'm not using capital V. This guy view is on tidyr, and tidyr is part of tidyverse. So yeah. Okay, so I will give you an assignment. Just find all other functions that you know about data frame and start applying it to your data that you imported. So now we've known how to import our CSV data. Then when you were doing revision around 2 p.m. today, some people, I love what they are doing, but let me correct it. So anytime you are using a comment, please don't pack them together. So don't jump pack. Is it jump pack?
Yes,
jump
sir.
pack. Okay. Don't jump pack it together. Anytime you use comment, use an hashtag and press space. And you see, always press space after an hashtag. Always press space after an hashtag. So that it can be more readable. Can you see? Good. So now, can anyone pick an Excel data that I can pick? Pick any Excel data so that I show how to read it. Of course, you know it already, but just pick any word so that we can see how it is being done in class.
Penguins.
Penguins. Okay, good. So import Excel data. So there is a difference between CSV and Excel. CSV can only hold a single data frame, while Excel can hold many data frames. Please note that. Remember, when you open an Excel, you always have like a worksheet, right? You have worksheet. We can contain many sheets, right? Is that true?
Yes.
Yes,
Aha.
yes, yes.
So now you have to specify the sheet that you want to open in Excel. So if you don't specify the sheet, R will automatically pick the first one. Please always note that. So now
Okay, the first one will be the default, Sabi.
Yeah, will be the default. So I want to save the data as penguins. Okay. Then this time around, because already I have read Excel, so I will. Please let us quickly what? Drop our email and the chat. Okay, Abuna. Okay. So you type read _ Excel. Can you see? If you use Excel, this guy will still pick it up. But this is just like, we have lower version of Excel when people are using XLS instead of XLSX. This is new format. So just use the new format and press quotation, and then press tab on your keyboard. Then look for the data set that you want to import this time around here. So if I don't, you can see the format, see the syntax, the read Excel, the part, the sheet. So if you don't specify the sheet that you want to open, then automatically it will give you the first sheet. Now I have uploaded it. Can you see? So it's not put any message. Then if I come up and I say, what is the head of penguins? Then you can see that I have the penguin. So if I expand my console and I record this guy and say, so I will see all the data. But sometimes if your console is small, it will tell you that some 3 variables are still there that you cannot see. So I will specify it for you, but it's not a problem. Just wait, your screen is doing size, right? So if you want to, if these sheets are many, you can then say sheet, right? Sheet, specify it. You see it, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So you can also use their number there. But yeah, there is no data there. So it's telling you that can't retrieve sheet information, only sheet 1 found. Okay, good. Sometimes if you don't, I like specifying number, but sometimes people are they are somehow. So today they can have a data set and then they shift the sheet to another place. And you have already created the script that say always take the first sheet. But somebody, maybe your enemy, just in your office, they just change the sheet 1 to another, to sheet 11. And yes.
Please, I need 1 minute. Please, let's drop our email on the chat right away. Just 1 minute. Let's drop our email on the chat, please. Just 1 minute.
Okay. So, okay. So maybe your enemy, they just change the sheet to another sheet, right? And you're not wondering, why am I getting this result? So it's because of the way the guy is being positioned, right? So sometimes you can also, and the best way really is just for you to open the sheet by its name, not the number. So yeah, I just come here, just pay this guy. Even though they reposition it, it will still be taking this guy. Can you see? It will still be taking this guy. Right. So this is better. But don't forget, you can still call it its position. But I love having this. So that if anybody rename the sheet, I will know that something has happened. Right. Good. So this is all about Excel. Then which one again that we need to talk about is stata data, right? If you have stata data and you're tired of stata, you want to use R, how can you import it? So because of our time, right? I will not explain this Avon because I have worked on Avon, right? And I put everything on this package here. So because Avon will open the data for you. Remember that when you are using SPSS, it always in form of label and a code, right? Value and label. If somebody has used SPSS before, do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So R will automatically give you the value, not the label. Then we start struggling to rename everything. But with this bulk reader, right, that problem has been solved. And our people, they actually celebrated it for me that time. So now let's just say import XPSS data. So what you just do is just call the name of the data that you want to import. So this time around, I call it University of Ibadan. UI, right? UI Bursary, for example. UI Bursary. All right. Then you just say read SPSS data. That is how I call it the function. You can see the original function is read SPSS, which is from Avon, right? But don't use Avon. Oh, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I want to use Avon here, right? And I want to pick my student awarded bursary. So if you open it now, and you just say UI bursary, and you call the head to the function, to the data frame. See what happened here. What's happening here? Okay, character, gender. Okay, this one has no problem. So let's see. View. Okay, this one did not have the label. But if you open the second one of unemployed, for example, unemployed youth. So let's call it Ibadan unemployed youth. Unemployed youth. Okay, and then you try to get the data now. Unemployed. No, this is starter. Okay, this is starter. Okay, but we starter too. Let's see. So we have read DTA from Avon, right? So if you open it, see what happened, and I just say Ibadan unemployed. Gender. Okay, I know what's happening. So when I did this, right, I use my package there and I save it in the right format. That's why we don't have that problem of Avon, right? So let me see. Let me get data from coming .lib parts. Okay, so let me see if I can get you some data set that we can play with to see what I'm talking about. If I don't see it, you'll not be with me. Okay, bulk reader, B. Okay, this is it. External data. Okay, yeah. So if I just copy these two, right, and I take it to my database. So here, so you may not have it, but don't worry, I just want to show you what I'm talking about, so that it might be like this guy is lying. Okay. All right. So just call it where is it? Okay, I copy the data set now. Wages and wages SAV. This is wages. Wait, second one. Okay, so now copied. Okay, copy. It's pasted now. Okay. Okay, good. This is wages SAV. So I just say wages data. All right, wages data. So if I use read underscore SAV from Avon, right, and then I just get the data set wages. See what happened. I loaded it, and then I do it. Okay, then let me use pipe because I've not taught you pipe. View. Okay, now see what I'm talking about now. So we have some category, not categorical variable, label variable here. Number one is gender. You can see 0 and 1. So we don't know what 0 and 1 mean. Means we don't have. We also have occupation. You can see it's a number, but this number represents something. So and we are only seeing their values. Marital status, you can also see 1 and 0. Of course, by experience, you know, 1 is married and 0 is maybe single. We don't know. But now this is what we have with Avon. So, but if you are the one giving this, I say without this my library, you have to start recoding to get it to work. But with the help of that library now, the function is read SPSS data. So automatically it will convert everything for you. And you see, and I do it now. You see that everything is now, you can see everything now, and we can start working instead of start doing coding that will take our time forever. Then this has helped us. And that is how to use all this stuff. So remember with Stata 2, you just say read underscore for my package, it is just Stata data, right? And then you specify the data that you want to import. That is maybe this guy here, the wages data. Just the same thing, we have that one. And you can then click on view. You want to see the data. I'm not saving it. Yeah, view, and then okay, view it. You can see that now we have everything, and that's all about data import. Now, how do we now export the data that we have? Maybe you have done something. So let me do one more thing. So under the towing Gapminder, I want to work on towing Gapminder. Already, I have towing Gapminder, so I don't need to run the script. So if I just call towing, let me click. So if I call towing Gapminder, and I say, already you know that towing Gapminder has number of columns. How many? I look for it. That is about 6 columns and 1,704 rows. So if I want to save this data now to another data set, maybe I want to save it to XPSS or to Excel, right? So what I will do is just that you call out data frame, that is towing Gapminder, right? And the function to help us is right. So where do you want to save it to? Is it SPSS? Is it Stata? Is it CSV? Is it Excel? Is it what?
Excel.
Anybody?
Excel.
Okay. So this time around, remember, the library that will help our life in this time is library write Excel. To write Excel. So the first one is to read Excel. The second one is to write Excel. So let me just put them together. This guy is to read. This guy is to write. So now what I will do after I have run the code, right? You can see it has been loaded. So then I will come here. I will say write XLS. Okay. Now, the first argument is the data frame that you want to save, that you want to export out. Then you press comma. The next argument is the part where you want to save it to. So this time around, you put quotation because remember, part should be is a character, right? Something like, if I just say get WD now, get WD, you can see that what gives me here is user c/user admin desktop data RB. This is character, right? Is it true or false? Is it true or false?
True.
True.
It's
Good.
true.
Yeah, thank you. So this part now will now be in character. That's why I put it in quotation. Then you will now ask yourself, where do you want to save it to, and what is the name? So what name should I call it? This is Toyin. I want to call it Afsat. Afsat.
Super Toyin. Call it Super Toyin, Abi.
Super Toyin. Super Toyin. Super Toyin refined data. Okay, don't forget to also include the extension. Otherwise, Excel will not be able to open, start telling you that what software do you want to use to open this guy. So please don't forget to include the extension. The extension is just XLS. And then once you press enter like this, it will save to your data RVs, because that is the root of your data now. So if I save it now, can you see? Can you see the data here? Hello, can you see the data here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So if I open it now, I can say, I say view the file. My Excel will open it now. You can see that the data is in Excel. Even also formatted the header to be in boldface. Right? Can you see? And then you can start. You can send it out. Okay, good. But if you also want to let it be on this your data here, so what we just do is to also include the part, the data slash, so that it will not come here, but it will come to the data folder. I remember that when we were creating talking about our studio project, we said that figure result. So maybe you can create a folder, right, and call it result, something like that. Right, and then here now, instead of taking to data, you can just take it to results. And then, oh, sorry, not here. So I can just call this guy result, right? And then I save it. So now you see that it has exported it out. So when you come to result, you see that your data is there. So, and if I send my work to Abono now, if Abono runs everything and also run this guy, it will come to results. So that is how we can do all our work. So I don't know if there's any question at this stage. So talk about the exporting, we talk about the importing, and yeah, and we also know how to create an studio project. So here we have do we have an exercise here? There's no exercise here. There's no exercise. But we have the overall exercise in this place. Overall exercise. This is where you will import the data set by yourself. You can see here. They ask you to create a new script, import the data. They ask you to, if the data is SPSS, how will you open it? They ask you to use janitor to clean the variable names, and I believe by now you know how to do this. And then can you display the first 3 rows of the data set, which I believe you can do. How many rows and columns does your data set have? I believe you know how to do it. Yeah. Okay. Even you can do this one here. Yeah. Please, your assignment for this week will be for you to do exercise 4.1, medical insurance data set. So everything we explained today is here. I believe with what we have discussed today, you can really do all these things. you can do all of this. Okay. So do you have any question? Is today's class very simple or hard? Talk now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. It was okay.
How do you see today's class? Is it very tough or very simple?
For me, it's not tough because I'm following up.
It's not tough. It's okay.
Very interesting and simple, sir.
Very simple. Okay. So now that you have the work now, right? So just go to the book and read it on your own so that you can use the book to revise what you learned. If possible, before you sleep today. Otherwise, tomorrow is a good day. God spend our lives. Just try. Don't leave it until next week. Otherwise, you forget everything. So I want you to stay with you and not to come back to me. But if you don't read it, you come back to me. Okay. So